Hey guys, this is Katrina Lee with IdeateTV here at San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm here with Russ Howard, who is a music composer for Ma and Tragedy Girls. Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
it's going really well. I'm really learning so much about you guys in the music studio and the music world that you guys do.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's such a fun world to be part of creating the sound of what terrifies and scares people.
So what inspired you to get into this industry?
I grew up doing music, and I just, my earliest memories are hearing movie themes come from the TV, and, then going to the piano and like figuring it out and how to play it. And it just was like it just was always like my favorite part of every movie was hearing the music, and I wanted to get into that since I was a kid. I was like, oh, I want to do this. I want to write music and have it be in movies.
It's super competitive though. So how did you kind of get into that? And like, did you have mentorship or did you find people who really kind of, showed you the way?
Yeah, one of my favorite things about the music business in Hollywood is it is very competitive, but it's also like a family. And so, Chris Young, who's here, that you maybe talked to. I was mentored by Chris when I was young. He, would give these free classes on composing, and he would like share his approach for horror music. And then as I was, doing more of my own stuff, I got to work on Ma with Greg Trippy, and, we're close friends and we collaborate. He helped me on some movies, I help him. And so, it's really about getting into the family and helping people out, and they help you. And, that's like my favorite part of the music business is just what a big family it is.
That's really good to hear. So with the projects that you have worked on, what was kind of the most fun one that you've been working on or that you've done?
Yeah, I would say my favorite film to work on so far was the Tragedy Girls film. We did that. It was, a fun indie movie, and we ended up, right away, we knew it was like a special film, that it was gonna like really make an impact. And when it came out, we ended up hitting all the horror festivals and winning like best horror film, and it like really like gave the opportunity to write some cool weird music.
So why was it close to you? Because emotionally you felt like it was just something that like the storyline was very close to you, or why was it your favorite?
It's just, I think like every composer, we want to work on a project that we know is good and that we can be proud of. And then that also gives us an opportunity to do our best. And like, you want to show off a little bit, like, oh, let me say something fun. And so that movie just kind of gave some space to do stuff that was a little bit out of the box.
Like, I always want to pry, like, what does that mean? Like, what?
So one thing we did in that film, like if you think about like the crazy strings in the movie Psycho, and the stab scene, so I wanted to take something like that, but since these were like modern girls, like what would happen if we chopped it up and made it like rhythms out of it, like a DJ would. And so we just did like we tried it, experimented with weird things. And so you like hear these organic sounds chopped up in unnatural ways. It just made it really fun and different and like kind of poppy in a way that horror isn't. Horror doesn't always go in like to a pop way the way that our score did.
Yeah, I actually like EDM. It gets kind of like that EDM trap music. It's like, so do you like? Is there any kind of songs or types of music, poppy music, or hip hop or whatever that gets you inspired?
Well, I really love people who have a strong sense of melody. And in terms of electronic music, I really love guys like Tycho, who just have these beautiful melodies, but they're, catchy. And then there's like this cool groove and ambience behind it. I find that so inspirational when someone can do that, like write just like a really simple, beautiful melody that gets in your head. And that's really, I would say, my goal. I want to do something very beautiful but simple. Like the simpler the better.
I think we're kind of going back into that, like keeping it simple. Before it's like all this loud noise and everything in terms of like everything, fashion, film. Now we want to like, okay, let's go back to like the basics, the simple.
Yes. And I feel like I feel like melodies got out of style for a little bit in horror films, and they're coming back again too, which for me is very exciting. I feel like I'm a little bit more old-fashioned my approach. I love to hear like a good, solid horror melody, and it's nice to hear that coming back.
All right, last kind of random because it's surrounding this horror theme. What scares you?
Oh man, I am still scared of ghosts. I
am too.
I don't even believe in them, but when I'm at home all alone at night, I'm pretty sure there's ghosts in my house.
That is so scary. So does that kind of like give you inspiration to write like horror films, like because you feel the tingle in your hair or the hair stick up?
Yeah, of course. You know, we're always drawing from the memory of feelings when we're creating art. And so it's good to have something to tap into. And yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, cheers. This is Katrina Lee with IdeateTV.